Okay, first review for this quiz. Let's take a look at our first set of things. Bisect each angle. So to bisect the angle, never trust these curves, okay, because we don't know if they're in the right place or not. So I'm going to start by making my own curve through the angle. Never use the arrows. The arrows don't mean anything. And I'm going to make a mark here and a mark there. And there's my point I want to go through. So from the vertex through that point, there we go, angle bisector. And we just keep doing that for all of these. This is the exact same thing. Staple's probably going to get in the way here, but we'll work with it. There's my arc. You can change the measurement now if you want to, but keep the same measurement from these 2 points. Okay, I'm just keeping the same measurement because why not? This one, we want to actually bisect this side of the angle. So if you bisected the other side, just cut straight through. But I'm going to do this the same way we do everything else. Big arc through here. I'll set my finger. Okay, big arc through there. And now I'm going to come from each of these points. And I am going to change the measurement on this one so it's out here a little more to get it out of the way. And I'm going to connect from my vertex through the point. And like I said, if you actually did this side of it, just extend that line all the way through and you'll be fine. This one, I want to bisect this curve. So I'm going to set up on the center, and we're doing the same thing. An arc through the parts of the angle. This is what we call a straight angle, if you remember that from earlier. Okay, straight angle is basically an angle that measures 180 degrees. And again, you can come on either side. You know what? I've got less stuff going on over here, so I'm going to come on this side. You're going to have to make this one longer, because if you don't change your measurement, you'll come through this point. So you have to change that measurement before you do this part. And now I connect point to X. Okay, so there we go, bisecting angles. The next page. Okay, we want to construct points that are equidistant, the same distance from A and B. So take my ruler, take my measuring tool, my compass, and I'm going to set up a random distance here. And I want to be the same distance from B, so I'm not going to change anything. I'm going to do the same thing. Oops, I must have messed up on the first part here. Let's come back over here because I think I missed something. Ah, there it is. Those 2 points are the same distance from A and B. I could set up a different distance if I wanted to. Let's go longer distance. And I could make a mark. There's a mark there and down here. And if I come to B, because I want to be the same distance, remember, equidistant, equidistant. Hey, look at what happens. All of these points all line up on that line, okay? So every point on this line is equidistant from A and B. What did we end up constructing? A perpendicular bisector. Okay, so there we go. Speaking of perpendiculars, perpendiculars through a point. So I'm going to set up at the point in question. Always start there. I'm going to sort of make this, I may have to extend my line. Yep. So I hit it here, but I got to extend to get that side of it. And now from each of those, I like to come on the opposite side. And again, because the point's on the line, I got to open my compass up, else it'll run into P. And I don't want it to do that. And now I can go through P, through my X, and there's my line. Do the same thing when it's not on the line. I set up at the point in question. You know what? I'm going to turn my paper so I can get better grip at it. I'm going to come through here. I actually hit my line this time. Now, since I'm off the line, I can actually keep the same measurement. I don't have to change it. I only have to change it if my point P is on the line. And there we go. All right, next page.